The HMS Thunderer is a battleship we don't see too often in random matches. In this content, let's do a Thunderer validity check for the year 2025 and show the points that players who want to improve a little bit can pay attention to. Let's see how to make thunder with Thunderer. I am here with a new format. This is a how to play content, as well as an analysis video. Supertesters Alister and Lite are with us in this content. Let's quickly take a look at the ship setup, consumables and commander features. This time, I'm waiting for your questions in the comments regarding the relevant preferences. Thunderer is considered one of the weakest Tier 10 battleships, and that would be correct. It is important to keep in mind, though, that Tier 10 battleships on average are consistently good, and there are no Tier 10 battleships that can genuinely be considered bad, the same way ships like Marseille, Sevastopol, or Grozovoi often are. Even Thunderer, Conqueror, and Shikishima, being the weakest of the group, are at worst slightly below average in the grand scheme of Tier 10. As for the way it's played, Thunderer is a quick reloading battleship with great accuracy at range. It's not a battleship to push in and brawl until late game or unless absolutely necessary. Much like Goliath, it's meant to outlast its opponents through consistent damage and its multiple heals, rather than immediately rush in and take them down like some other battleships can. This ship struggles to make pushes by itself, as it lacks the burst damage to take down targets on its own, which is why it needs careful positioning to tank for the team and allow them more room to maneuver, while it stays exposed at range, where it has room to disengage at range if necessary. It's a very different take on sniping battleships, where they are far more stationary, while this ship will continue to try and take damage, then disengage and then come back with HP later. Playing this ship to conserve as much HP as possible is an absolute must. You will need it for later in the battle ordinarily to fight off the other flank. If the enemy team wins that side, as you can see in the gameplay here, 2 battleships are after the remnants of the team.
Penetration!
With this ship, if your positioning wasn't aggressive enough and allowed the enemy on the other flank to surround your team, while it was conducive for a higher damage game, it might not lead to victory in the end.
For the Emperor! A mighty blow! Direct hit! For the Emperor! A mighty blow! Into the fires of battle! The enemy approaches. Armor yourself in faith. approaches, brothers. From the sky, brothers!